and then post across the line.
Roger that. If we could go for a couple of crash zooms on the bike, please. And if we get makeup over for Daddy, who's getting a little bit shiny.
The only thing about 3D is that you look pretty stupid with your glasses on.
We have a big challenge over the next couple of months. We are bringing some great stories from this little island to a much wider audience. I hope we nail it.
Yeah, I am mad about the TT.
Seems to be an exciting race day.
It's not just about the danger, but it's about the look, it's about the feel, it's about the atmosphere of the TT. You know, everybody's experienced that in the last 2 weeks.
Creatively, you can actually get the audience much closer to the experience that we're trying to convey to everyone.
It's happening there in a three-dimensional world, and you're gonna see all the details of engines and emotions, and in a different perspective, I think.
We can do high-speed shots where you can see in 3D the bike buckling, the chains moving, the rider shifting in the seat.
Your crash zooms are a bit 80s.
Right, a bit 80s, right? Oh, retro. Yeah. What's wrong? Fixed primes. What's wrong with retro?
Yeah, the jackknife.
Yeah, you really feel that.
Yeah, don't
the
it?
whole thing.
Yeah,
you see all the
length of it.
details and the.
I see that. That's the first time I've seen that sort of 3D thing. Yeah, it's right enough, that, isn't it?
It is. But you see all the detail, don't you? And all
It's
the
just
kind of-
proper, innit? Fucking hell, we could do with the pit painting again. Jesus, what? It's fucking Afghanistan, doesn't it?
So in a sense, we're guinea pigs. But I think even looking at shots in here today, you're going to be much closer to the experience.
I think you shouldn't just shoot 3D for effect. The story has to come first. It's got to be a story that moves you. It's got to have high emotion. It's got to be fantastically dramatic. And as we'll probably find out, it's a life and death sport.
Quite fun. Yeah. Well, I hope it would be. Yeah. Got it down.
So this is the rig we use for most of what we're doing at the moment. It allows us to be lightweight, or as lightweight as we can be, with 2 reds mounted to a block of metal. The difficult thing with races such as this is trying to get across that feeling of speed. It is incredibly fast. It is incredible what the riders get up to out there. We feel that 3D can really help communicate that.
But I've had decent results, but I've never won one, so I just need to keep. I'm going to pay. I don't give in with anything. I persevere, so I don't never give in. So I'll keep going until I've won one. I'll win 5 in a week, and then I'll go find my next mad thing to do. I don't know what.
Big adventure.
I think, yeah, I'm going
After the TT.
tightrope walking. That's what I'm going to say.
You down the bill?
Yeah, I'm just having a look around.
You would have to think of it out of Leto was reading that
It's a real privilege to be here, to be as a filmmaker and be here, because, you know, road racing it's one of those sports where when you watch it, it's infectious. You just can't believe what the guys are doing. I mean, you go to parts of the course where we've been today, and they're flying past you at 204 miles an hour. You realise just how this sport does totally encapsulate life and death. And you build personal relationships with these boys, and they're good lads. You know, they're really, really lovely lads. They're very down-to-earth lads. You know, there's none of this kind of celebrity stardom that you sometimes get in the sporting world. And you know, I really hope that we bring the excitement of road racing to a much wider audience.
Very, very stable. You're not having any wobble. No wobble at high speed. Yeah, very fine though, and it's dead. When you tune it out, yeah. Yeah, two top the gear in. But he's there. It looks there. Fucking good. It is. Yeah. What would you do? In my position, what would you do? 0.112 kilometre an hour. Well, I tell you what I wouldn't do. Do you know how far, if I walked at 0.112 kilometre an hour, do you know how far?
So some days have gone really, really well, and the content we've been getting, both in storyline and in the quality shots, have been fantastic. And other days, you know, things have just conspired against us, you know, events which you just can't predict. It's not like a film set where you can suddenly rewind everything and go, take 10, let's try again, take 12. No, you get one chance at something.
This is the downside of it. You're shooting it in 3D, everything takes longer, and to be at the right spot at the right time, to catch the magic moment is sometimes really hard and difficult and challenging.
We've had a really good week last week, tons of bike stuff. We've got interesting stories with Guy.
We've been really quite flexible. I mean, we've found ourselves following story threads that at a moment's notice, and the camera crew get it ready in a flash. I mean, I'm amazed how quickly they get it ready, and we all lend a hand in shifting it from A to B. But having said that, one has to have a sort of plan to the day, because you just simply can't lug this thing about willy-nilly.
Let me just check. Yeah, right. Yeah, you know what's right. Right, you've got enough fuel in there, yeah, for two. I think it's right, carry on for two, yeah. Remember that switch. Remember the switch,
That's not good. No, it's really not good. Okay, let's not save that one.
Can't really see that, but there's a guy with a ponytail over there, a guy called Mark Johnson. He's arrived with what's called a Photron camera.
But what I really like about this, not saying that in the center of frame, but not moving.
Respect to Richard De Aragues for getting a good deal on that.
Alex, I said don't save that. Doesn't mean go and film it. Thank you.
It's like literally, we possibly just capture half a second up to a second, and it's amazing what you see.
This is real work.
I want a high-speed thing.
To see the superbikes flying through the air. I mean, I was watching the rushes. To see the superbikes flying sort of, you know, for 4 or 5 seconds, it's just, you know, absolute beauty. No one's ever seen that before. You know, for all the brilliant coverage on television, you know, it's totally unique.
So for us, it's a last-minute decision, but it's very good spend that will cut in with lots of things that people have said about how riding the TT's like flying or like running off a cliff and just soaring. And we're hoping that this sort of imagery will really enhance that.
Yeah, because I can't understand why they're following me. I'm in lorries for a living, that's what I do. I don't race motorbikes. I do now and again race motorbikes. You know, now and again. Yeah, only, I don't know. And I'm into it, I'm proper into it. But, you know, I have to work, so I just can't see. But anyway, if they think I'm interested, I can do what they want. Don't bother me.
So today we've got a lot of content to get. We've got a lot of storylines that we need to link together. We're about to light a sequence with the Man of the Week, Ian Hutchinson, and we're about to do part of our gladiatorial sequence. This is a sequence we're shooting, kind of demonstrating how these very ordinary men turn into extraordinary men. They go into the zone, they go into a place where their brains recalibrate and they start to slow everything down. So one of the concepts we have in the film is we're going to take everything from kind of real time and start to slow it down. From everyone else's point of view, from spectators' point of view, everything will be in real time, but from our rider's point of view, everything starts to slow down. It starts to kind of show the world that they go into.
No, I don't even know what they're thinking. What's going through their heads? What is going through their heads? It's not safe. No way in the world.
Access has been great, logistics have got a little bit better, but again, you know, it's logistics of reacting to what happens to the TT. You know, something happens. I don't know. We've got to move, you know, down to Guy's tent. We've got to get across to Hutchie's tent. It's just impossible to do. It's you know, or nearly impossible to do. If we didn't have big, strong Thomas and his handheld pioneering of 3D, I don't know what we'd do really.
The plan for Park Ferme is I'm going into handheld mode, into battle mode again.
You know, the one thing is seeing a wall on television in 2D as a bike goes past it. Another thing is seeing a wall drop away from you, seeing all the rocky texture, little bits of grass growing out of it, and the kind of severity of what would happen if you impacted against that. And then to see a bike gliding through there. I think in 3D that will bring the art form of how they ride almost to a kind of like, it's almost balletic. .82 seconds.
But we got some good stuff, some really good stuff.
This is the best bit.
A spectacular race.
It's really, really a good day.
I mean, it is what it's all about. I mean, it's just a sea of people and energy and chaos. It's fantastic.
At the bottom of Bagaro the other day, one of my high-speed units arrived just after the aftermath of a huge crash.
Just as we got there, the yellow flags were out, and yellow flags mean that there's been some sort of incident.
And a very, very brutal crash where a German rider, Smith, number 65, hit the wall going in.
He'd clipped the wall at 170 miles an hour, ripping his arm back, and then basically
He smashed up, cartwheel down the road for about 150 metres. There was debris everywhere.
hit the hedge or a bank.
Marshals were in shock, spectators were in shock, and my crew just arrived on this scene. And
These guys, when something goes wrong, they fly off so fast and over such an enormous distance.
And I'm sure when you talk to some of the crew members down there, you'll find that they saw another side to road racing, which really kind of gave them a bit of a shake.
Yeah, it was really grim and a very poignant reminder to the crew who arrived a bit later, at about 10 minutes later, as to when it does go wrong, it goes wrong very quickly and with massive effect.
But to be honest, I couldn't give a fuck. I couldn't give a fuck. You know, people say, oh, sure, yeah, this year, like people talk to me that is, you know, that if the TT didn't exist, Guy Martin wouldn't exist. You know, but there is so much more to me than the TT. You know, I think people just get the wrong end of the stick, really. Yeah, I am mad about the TT, but there's more going on in my life than just the TT.
Yeah, I have none. 10 minutes before the start, 12 minutes before the start of the senior.
The tension's high, we have to get our shots in. Everything is in place. We nail it.
Nobody's ever won 5 races.
Camera's right where it should be.
I think that's going to get that much harder.
Ever, in all of that time, all of the greats, the Halewoods, the Agostinis.
Going to get all the riders coming through 10-second intervals before they go off.
Joey Dunlop, David Jeffries, none of these guys, great riders, none of them ever won 5 TT races.
It's fantastic, actually.
For Ian Hutchinson to win 5 TTs, that would just be the most amazing thing that nobody could ever have predicted.
Very, very exciting. I think we've shot this 100 times as well, but there is something different about right now.
Never the best idea to make the first pistol point. It's never going to work.
This is the big one, the senior TT. Been here for 2 weeks. Every time you're in the Parc Ferme, as the energy builds up, I don't think you can see Guy Martin behind us, but right now you can really feel the tension, much more than even other days. Goosebumps running down. And we're all very focused. This for us is the last chance, so we've got a lot of final shots to get. We're filming Guy now. He is so in the zone, and hopefully we are too, because after today we don't get another chance.
Very exciting race. It's going absolutely manic out there. Guy Martin's leading by about 0.45 seconds ahead of Ian Hutchinson. And then you've got John McGuinness there, and you've got Cameron only 4 seconds down.
Guy Martin's first, oh my god.
Oh, it's Connor
second, oh my god. And McGuinness G, otherwise known as John McGuinness, is third.
Seems to be an exciting race day.
We're back here in the grandstand. We're just interrupting those commercials because we're not sure if it's got a red flag situation, but there is a red flag in the hand of the marshal on the far side, and I think it is being shown now. It is indeed a red flag situation here in the senior TT, and the riders who are coming down Glen Crutchery Road are now coming into pit lane. So the race has been red flagged. We have no further attention pit lane. The race has been red flagged because of an incident at Balagary. We currently have a fire at Balagary, and the race has been stopped because of that. We have fire engines on the circuit, and further information will be made available as soon as it becomes available to us.
Glenvine.
Balagary, the same place as the guy
Same
came
crash
just
yesterday. It's called Ballascary. It's a very, very fast section.
Mike.
Yeah, to win one. That's what I'm here. Yeah, of course I'm here to win one. That's what I'm here to do. It'd mean a lot, you know. It'd mean a hell of a lot. I think, I don't know, I should say, yeah, of course it'll mean a lot.
Oh yeah, roger that.
Come on, Chris here.
Asked him to do a couple of crash zooms onto the bike.
We definitely need makeup in here because we're getting shiny.
I can't do that.
Ask him for a couple of crash zooms onto the bike and then send makeup over because Danny's getting shiny.
We're checking the matrix because some of the power axes were slightly out.